Welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw, as we're coming to you live tonight in Houston, Texas, as we are 3 weeks away from Bash of Berlin. And of course, let's get Monday Night Raw underway with some one-on-one action. As we're kicking off the show here tonight with the Intercontinental Champion Sheamus, as he's looking to be in action. Of course, 3 weeks before he defends his championship against Jimmy Uso at Bash of Berlin. Of course, Jimmy Uso won the Battle Royal last week, and he will be getting a shot at the Intercontinental Championship at Bash of Berlin. And of course, Sheamus is getting warmed up. And of course, who is his opponent going to be tonight? Oh my God! Is it? It's The Miz! Because The Miz is back! As I cannot remember when was the last time we saw The Miz. I don't know. I think it was earlier this year when he was on SmackDown. And now he's back on Monday Night Raw. And of course, it seems that The Miz maybe in the Intercontinental Championship scene, considering. And of course, crowd here in Houston, Texas is not happy that The Miz is back. You can tell he's being booed harder in Houston, Texas here tonight. And of course, he's going up against Sheamus here tonight. Who you got winning? Sheamus or The Miz? Let's get into this match. Sheamus. As referee is trying to get Sheamus away from The Miz, got kicked out by The Miz. Sheamus with the reversal there. Sheamus stomping away at The Miz pretty much. Miz invades. Reversal there by Sheamus. Miz invades. Clothesline down by Sheamus. Clothesline down by Sheamus. What is Sheamus figured about? That's what is Sheamus figured about. He's going on top already. Miz has got to get back to his feet. And he does. Well, that was a decent timing there for Sheamus. Things is not looking good for The Miz here at his first night in WWE, in his first night back on Monday Night Raw. As this is the first time he's on the Raw brand since the latter stages of the 2K22s. Like us, Sheamus is giving Jimmy a preview of what is to come in the upcoming Intercontinental Championship match at Bash of Berlin. Clothesline down by Sheamus. Sheamus is, there goes the king of bangers here. And there goes, he's dominating The Miz so far. Uh-oh, this is not looking good for The Miz. As The Miz may be officially cut. As here we go for the pin. Sheamus for the pin. Kick out. As Sheamus looking to try and go for a broad kick. That softens up The Miz. He's going to take more than a broad kick, remember. Broad kick connects. Here we go for the win. And Sheamus decimates The Miz to begin Monday Night Raw tonight. Miz barely got a chance against the Celtic Warrior, and Sheamus pretty much decimated him. Of course, giving a message to Jimmy Uso about what is to come in that championship match at Bash in Berlin. As Sheamus gets the win here, and of course he's on a roll since winning the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam from Braun Breaker. Decent match here to begin Raw tonight. As Sheamus, and of course, gets the win here to begin Raw tonight. As the Intercontinental Champion stands tall over The Miz. And of course, here's the rundown about what is going on Raw tonight. And of course, the last real champion, World Heavyweight Champion, John Cena, will meet face to face with the best in the world and his Bash in Berlin opponent in CM Punk. What will these two say when they come face to face later on tonight here on Raw? Also later on tonight, Roman Reigns will go one-on-one with AJ Styles as Roman Reigns is looking to send a message to Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Can Roman, of course, successfully send a message to Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, or could we be looking at either Paul Heyman or Brock Lesnar getting involved? We're going to find out as Roman Reigns will go one-on-one with AJ Styles later on tonight here on Raw. Also later on tonight, Aleister Black will go one-on-one with Damian Priest. As question is, can Aleister Black get his win back after losing to Braun Breaker last week, or will Aleister Black suffer his second loss since returning to WWE? As Mr. Money in the Bank, Aleister Black will meet Damian Priest later on Raw tonight. Another thing that's going on later on tonight, number one contender for the Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch, will go one-on-one with Kiana James, as Becky Lynch is looking to build momentum going into our championship match against Stephanie Vaquer at Bash in Berlin. And of course, can the man give Stephanie Vaquer preview going into Bash in Berlin? We're going to find out if she will face Kiana James on Raw tonight. But of course, coming up next, Roxanne Parades will go one-on-one with Kalana Jordan. And of course, these two are looking to climb up the ladder and maybe work their way towards an inevitable Women's Intercontinental Championship match against Solo Roca. And of course, who will get the win? We're going to find out as these two will go one-on-one with each other up next here on Raw. As we're back live here on Monday Night Raw, as we're getting ready for one-on-one action, and it'll be Roxanne Parades versus Kalana Jordan. And of course, Roxanne Parades are going to be looking to get a shot at the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now, bear this in mind, though, this is not a number one contenders match. And of course, Roxanne Parades, I mean, it's been a tough year for her. Of course, how could she go for a great 2023 despite not winning the women's title from Becky Lynch? Of course, she was in prominent showcase matches. And now look at where we're at as Roman. She's still in prominent showcase matches, but not leading anything for her. And of course, it's only a matter of time she's in the title hunt. And the opponent here tonight is Kalana Jordan. The coach who you got walking away with the win here? Kalani Jordan or Roxanne Parades? Let's head into this match. Let's go, Roxy. Match begins. There goes Kalani Jordan, bringing it to Roxy here tonight on Raw. How corner there? Reversal there. Here we go for the pin, kick out. That's because Kalani Jordan and Roxy Price are trading blows. You are. Roxy go for the pin. As Roxy's head was on the rope. The referee didn't see that. As Kalani Jordan gets the win. That was very quick. Can someone explain how was that quick? Because, oh wait, it wasn't timed perfectly. So that's why Kalani Jordan gets the win. As it goes, Kalani Jordan is looking to get herself in the women's IC title hunt. But of course, will this do anything for her coming out of this win? Only time can tell. She gets the win over Roxy Parades here on Raw tonight. As Kalani Jordan gets the win here on Raw tonight. And of course, coming up next here on Raw, we have another match going on. And that is going to be Aleister Black versus Damian Priest. As question is, can Aleister Black get his win back after he lost to Braun Breaker last week? Or is Damian Priest going to hand Aleister Black his second loss since returning to WWE last month? As we're going to find out, as Mr. Money in the Bank, Aleister Black will go one-on-one with Damian Priest. And that will take place up next here on Raw. The next time we're going to be on PLE will be on September 6th for the Bash in Berlin event. And of course, it's coming to you in Germany with a lot of big things going down on that show that will be confirmed coming out of SummerSlam. But as of course, you do not want to miss Bash in Berlin. That comes your way on YouTube on September 6th. As we're back live here on Monday Night Raw, as Aleister Black and Damian Priest are already in the ring, as they're now shaking hands. Oh, Aleister Black just slapped Damian Priest. You can tell Priest is pissed. The match begins. Damian Priest returning the favor with the kick to the head of Aleister Black. Aleister Black. Oh. Aleister Black heading to the top rope. What could he be thinking about doing to Damian Priest? Damian Priest reverses. What could Damian Priest be thinking about? Reversal there. Back to back reversal, sir. As here we go. Aleister Black, Damian Priest, now trading blows. Nice to see. Intensity between both men. Here. That was a horrible timing there for Aleister Black. Uh-oh, this is not looking good for Damian Priest. As Aleister Black is trying to make Damian Priest stay down as long as possible. As Priest is now going back on top. What is Priest figured about this time? Aleister Black should not be doing the taunting any longer because Damian Priest could be on his way back to his feet at any given moment. Like right now. Damian Priest. Nice strategy there by Aleister Black. Damian Priest, of course, could be heading back to his feet at any given moment. Aleister Black is waiting on the top rope. As Aleister Black so far is getting the best out of Damian Priest here. That was nice strategy there by Aleister Black. Uh-oh. This is not looking good for Damian Priest. As Aleister Black gets Damian Priest back up. Black Mass connects. Here we go for the pin. Kick out! After one Black Mask! You would figure it would all be over. Nope. Think again. As Priest is frustrated. Oh, that could be a horrible uh-oh. Priest with a reversal. This is not looking good for Damian Priest. Another Black Mask connects. As here we go for the pin. 1, 2. Damian Priest gets put down by Aleister Black here tonight. Okay, let me get this straight. If Braun Breaker can beat Aleister Black, why can't Damian Priest do it? I don't know. Make it make sense. Nonetheless, Aleister Black gets the win here on Raw tonight. And of course, Aleister Black is, of course, he's gonna have to think of a solution about how to save wrestling, considering that John Cena is currently trying to ruin wrestling as the World WWE Champion, while Aleister Black has the Money in the Bank contract. I mean, time can tell about who is Aleister Black going to cash in on. That's nonetheless good match here between him and Damian Priest on Raw tonight. And of course, we're not stopping there as far as action goes. As of course, coming up next, Becky Lynch, the #1 contender for the Women's World Champion, will be in action against former Women's Intercontinental Champion Kiana James. As question is, can Becky Lynch gain momentum going into a championship match against Debbie Baker at Bash at Berlin, or will Kiana James look to bounce back after losing her Women's Intercontinental Championship to Solo Worker at SummerSlam? We're going to find out as these two will wrestle each other up next here on Raw. As of course, what's been put with a lot of with fast actions here. And of course, Becky Lynch is making her way to the ring. As Becky Lynch, of course, beat Rhea Ripley last week, hence why she will be challenging for the Women's World Championship at Bash of Berlin. As question is, will we see Becky on top of the World as champion again? We're going to have to wait and see. But of course, she's focusing on Kiana James here, as Kiana James is looking to get back on track following her SASN title loss. And of course, Kiana James beat Naomi at Clash at the Castle to win the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Then of course she would drop it to Solo Walker at SummerSlam, as her title win would consist of her feuding with Selena Vega. But of course their first match ended in the disqualification, and then of course they would have a second match on Raw. When they had their first match on Raw, but their second match took place at Saturday Night Main Event, where they must have been the winner. Who do you got winning? Becky, Kiana. Let's get to this match here. Becky wasting no time going after Kiana James. Stomping away at her. Becky heading to the top. You can tell the intensity is there for Becky Lynch. Kiana James is back to her feet. You can tell Becky's going in the unleash mode here tonight. As Becky Lynch, well, that was a horrible timing. Becky Lynch with a reversal there. Back-to-back reversal there. Has Becky Lynch. He's going to try again, and she's going back on top. Clothesline out by Becky Lynch. Kiana James, I got just tried to berate Becky, but because that didn't go her way. Reversal as Kiana James is probably going to snoop on in to get back into the ring for the victory. As Becky Lynch is back in the ring with Kiana James. As Kiana James is looking to punish the hell out of Becky Lynch here. Reversal there by Becky Lynch. Kiana James reverses. Becky Lynch reverses. Becky Lynch is on insanity mode here tonight. And of course, what is Becky thinking about doing here? Right handle slam connects. Kick out by Kiana James. Like I said, to come tonight, we have the face-to-face between John Cena and CM Punk. But of course, before that all happens, Roman Reigns will be in action against AJ Styles, his longtime rival. As Kiana James and Becky Lynch going back and forth with the reversals as Becky's running out of steam. You think that basic move was enough? Wrong. Kiana James is trying to punish Becky Lynch here tonight. Becky's trying to figure out, what does she do? Considering... Well, I think this could be a bad timing. Yep, horrible timing there, considering... Oh, slap in the face! Becky's pretty much taunting all about Kiana James here. That's Becky Lynch waiting on the top. As it's not looking good. As Becky's trying again for the pin. And Becky Lynch gets the win here. As you can tell, Becky wanted to get out here. Considering that she was pretty much out of gas. Because she went in insanity mode. But nonetheless, she gets the win here on Raw tonight. And of course, could this be the sign of what is to come? Come Basha Moen. And of course, she's heading into a title match against Stephanie Vaca, who's been undefeated since joining WWE back at King Queen of the Ring. Has a decent match here. As Becky, of course, full of tactics, lures her to momentum, going into Basha Moen. As Becky Lynch gets the win here tonight on Raw. As of course, what is Stephanie Vaca thinking about? Heading as she's going into a title defense against her at Basha Moen. As of course, Becky Lynch wins here tonight on Raw. As it is now announced, ladies and gentlemen, that next week here on Raw, Paul Heyman returns to Monday Night Raw for the first time after he betrayed Roman Reigns at SummerSlam to address, and of course he's going to explain the betrayal from that night. As what will Paul Heyman say about why did he betray Roman at SummerSlam? We're going to find out as Paul Heyman will be on Raw next week. Speaking of Paul Heyman, the man who he betrayed to realign with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, Roman Reigns. Yes, that Roman Reigns, who of course has a vendetta against Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Yes, that Roman Reigns who is about to go one-on-one with AJ Styles, and that will take place up next here on Raw. As question is, can Roman Reigns send a message to Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman en route to Paul Heyman returning to Monday Night Raw next week? Or will Brock Lesnar get involved in some way, shape, and form before Paul Heyman returns to Raw next week? We're going to find out as Roman Reigns will go one-on-one with his longtime enemy, AJ Styles, and that will take place up next here on Raw. For all you people been asking, where has The Miz been? Well, of course, I spend my time with my family. And of course, I've been busy making movies with movies I've made over the last couple of years. And now I'm back to wrestling, and pretty soon I will be on the cusp towards inevitably challenging for the Intercontinental Championship. My first night when I was in that ring with the champion Sheamus may have not gone my way, but I can guarantee Sheamus or Jimmy Uso, no matter who is the champion after Basha Moen, that I will be coming for that Intercontinental Championship. So The Miz is pretty much making a promise that he wants a shot at the Intercontinental Championship, no matter who is the champion after Basha Moen. As could it be Jimmy Uso? Could it be Sheamus? Only time can tell about where the Miz land on the WWE card. As we're back live here on Monday Night Raw, as we're getting ready for Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. And of course, Roman Reigns is looking to send a message to Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman before Paul Heyman returns to Monday Night Raw next week. And Brock Lesnar, of course, has not made an appearance on Raw yet since he returned at SummerSlam. And of course, Roman, of course, said last week, when Lesnar comes back, his first order in business is him getting in that ring and him finally settling it with the OTC. And of course, you can tell the OTC is holding nothing back after what happened last week. But of course tonight, since Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are nowhere to be seen, Reigns has to focus on his opponent in AJ Styles. Of course, you can tell they both have a lot of matches here in Universe Mode. Maybe more than Reigns and Cena. I don't know. Anyways, of course, Roman Reigns thinks he hasn't got his way this year. And of course, you would think when he went over to Monday Night Raw, he was going to have something big. But instead, it has been the opposite. And of course, he failed to become the World Heavyweight Champion twice. When he lost to Sami Zayn both at King and Queen of the Ring, and lost to him in the rematch the following month at Saturday Night Main Event. And now he has no... And then of course, he lost to R-Truth at SummerSlam, and now he has no wise man. Well, when you can tell, Reigns is trying to bounce back whenever that match with him and Lesnar takes place. But tonight, he's focusing on his opponent here on Raw tonight in AJ Styles. Whereas AJ Styles... I mean, it could be a big... Well, of course, he just came off a win against Grayson Waller last week. And of course, there he is, Roman's opponent tonight in AJ Styles. And of course, AJ thinks hasn't got his way this year. Of course, he failed to beat CM Punk at the Royal Rumble. Then of course, he lost another chance at wrestling Punk at WrestleMania, where he lost the Elimination Chamber match. That same match Cena was in. And of course, Styles... Of course, now that Cena's the World Heavyweight Champion, of course, we could be looking at Cena and Styles winning it back, or maybe Styles Punk. And of course, CM Punk is of course a part of the Monday Night Raw brand. Of course, we don't know who SmackDown got in the trade for CM Punk. We're gonna have to wait and see who they get. But of course, AJ is focusing on the match with Roman, and of course, him going on winning ways. I don't know where this could be heading to. But we're gonna have to wait and see. As of course, Reigns, Styles, ready to go here tonight. As Reigns Styles invades, Styles reverses. What could Styles be thinking about? As you can see, Reigns is bringing his aggressiveness to AJ Styles here tonight. As Reigns going for the pin kick out. There we go. Reigns is stomping away at AJ Styles. As Reigns is showing up to the WWE Universe here in Houston, Texas. As what is on Roman's mind here. Styles rolling out of the ring. Roman going on top. Styles is on the outside. I guess Styles gets back to his feet after whatever Reigns did. As Styles, Roman reverses. Walk around Roman's mind here. Styles back-to-back reversals, trading back and forth between AJ Styles and Roman Reigns. Back-to-back reversals there by Roman Reigns. Superman punch! How so? As Styles trying to get a count out win. As Reigns, can he beat the count? No, he doesn't! As AJ Styles gets the win here. As of course Reigns is frustrated. They couldn't beat the count. 1 minute! Brock Lesnar's here! Remember, Heyman's supposed to be on Raw next week. And Lesnar's wasting no time going after Roman Reigns. As Lesnar, because it's destroying Roman. As he's pulling apart the announce table. But because he wants to punish Roman, so Roman can't do it anymore. And of course Reigns was unable to get the win against AJ Styles here on Raw tonight, but now he's got to deal with Brock Lesnar. Somebody get out here and stop this man. That's Brock Lesnar. Has somebody got to get out here and stop this? Uh-oh! He's gonna do it! F5 for the announce table, as I think Brock Lesnar's not done yet. And he's looking at the sword. Oh, he's going up to Roman's arm. As Lesnar breaks Roman's arm here on Raw tonight. Ignore the ring bell. As Brock Lesnar has laid waste to Roman Reigns. And of course, Reigns said last week he wants a fight with the Beast. Well, he got it. But of course, it came out the worst timing after Reigns just got counted out in this match against AJ Styles. As we don't know if Reigns is ever going to get payback now, considering his arm may be broken. I don't know. As Brock Lesnar destroys Roman here tonight on Raw. Reigns wasn't expecting to be his early appearance. Well, he just got it here tonight as Brock Lesnar gets the best out of Roman. As it seems as though Roman Reigns' chances at getting revenge on Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are pretty much reduced after what Brock Lesnar did to Roman Reigns moments ago. We're moving on from that. It's coming up next. It's time for the face-to-face as World Heavyweight Champion, also known as the Last Real Champion, John Cena, will meet his bashable opponent and the best in the world, CM Punk, in a face-to-face confrontation. As what will they say? As these two are looking to say a word in front of each other 3 weeks before the World Heavyweight Championship match at Bash of Berlin. We'll see what they have to say to each other as they will meet face to face up next here on Raw. The next time we're going to be on PLE will be on September 6th for the Bash in Berlin event. And because it's coming to you in Germany, with a lot of big things going down on that show that will be confirmed coming out of SummerSlam. But as because you do not want to miss Bash in Berlin, that comes your way on YouTube on September 6th.
If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and then turn your notification bell on so you don't miss any content provided by on.
And of course, we're back live here on Monday Night Raw as we're getting ready for a face-to-face between World Heavyweight Champion John Cena and his Bash in Berlin opponent, CM Punk, as wondering what fire John Cena is going to bring to CM Punk, as John Cena, of course, desperately needs to step up after what happened last week when he was hit with a GTS doing his post-SummerSlam speech about what was he going to do to another mission about wanting to ruin wrestling. As crowd is booing Cena here tonight. You can tell fans are frustrated that Cena went from the favorites a year ago to now this. As of course, what fight is he going to bring to CM Punk weeks before their championship showdown? We're going to have to wait and see. Out next is CM Punk. CM Punk, of course, is a former World Heavyweight Champion. And of course, he did win the title from Brock Lesnar at the 2K23 SummerSlam event. And then of course, he would hold on to it until the final few weeks of Raw before the 2K24 WrestleMania event, where he dropped the title in a cash-in to Randy Orton. And of course, he never got his rematch for the championship because he was drafted over to SmackDown. As crowd here tonight is chanting CM Punk. As what are these two going to say to each other? We're going to have to wait and see. And of course, CM Punk made his big welcome to Monday Night Raw by giving John Cena a GTS last week. And of course, what fight is CM Punk going to bring to John Cena here in this face-to-face here tonight? Now let's see what Punk has to say to John Cena in a face-to-face. So let's get to the face-to-face. As these two are in the ring here tonight in Houston, Texas, to do their face-to-face. As what are they going to say to each other heading into that championship match in 3 weeks at Bash in Berlin? Do you know what it took for you over the past few days that within a few months, it has been a few years since we've both been in this ring together? And of course, we all know I have your number. And of course, I proved it back a few months ago at WrestleMania when we were in the main event on Saturday night. And I beaten you there. Let's not forget, I beaten you back in the King and Queen of the Ring, during the King of the Ring tournament last year, when I was on my quest towards becoming the WWE Champion. And that was on the year when you were also competing for the WWE Championship. Well, of course, you lost the Fatal 5-Way match during WrestleMania Night 1. The one that had Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor, Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins. Then you lost Cody Rhodes one-on-one at Clash at the Castle. And then you tried to get yourself back in the title hunt with you getting the title, but it didn't go well for you. That was all the way till this year, when you were put in the Elimination Chamber match. And you have to overcome the odds in Randy Orton, LA Knight, Finn Balor, Braun Breaker, and AJ Styles to get to me at WrestleMania. And I beat you that night. And then what happened a few months later, and then what happened afterwards, I remained on SmackDown while you went to Raw. And on SmackDown, I was dealing with both Randy Orton and Seth Rollins, while you were dealing with Drew McIntyre for the first 3 months. And then when it was announced there was going to be a number 1 contenders match at Money in the Bank, you decided to go through Sheamus and Drew McIntyre to get to Money in the Bank. And then you beat your longtime enemy, your co-enemy, AJ Styles, to earn that shot against Sami Zayn at SummerSlam, only for you to reveal your true colors and kick Sami in the nuts, thus causing you to be trending worldwide after Money in the Bank. And people were calling you traitors. You went viral after that heel turn. And then we come to SummerSlam, where I lost to Seth Rollins in a lose against traded match, while you became World Heavyweight Champion. And this bleeds to what happened last week, when you were claiming that your goal as the last real champion is to retire with the championship. But then I rebut to say, since you got the title that I never got my rematch for, because I was World Heavyweight Champion back in 2023, and I held it until the latter stages of 2K23, when I dropped my title to Randy Orton because he had the Money in the Bank contract and he wanted to get his cash out of the way before we entered into 2K24. And I never had my rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship, as I was drafted to SmackDown a couple of weeks later at the draft. And of course, I had a journey getting towards the WWE Championship, while you had hard times at becoming WWE Champion. Of course, you can try all you want with heel turn, Dr. Thuganomics, this or that, but it didn't work out well for you. Even though it took your heel turn to get the world title, when you defeated the man that was in the main event in the other night of WrestleMania this year, it's Sami Zayn. Of course, I've been a multiple-time world champion. I create big moments. Well, you did it. Whether that was before I became into the business or when I came into the business, and I was skyrocketed into the main event scene and got back on track and got into the main event scene. And because we all know who you are, you're just a Hollywood actor who has some woke agendas like be a star, make a wish, and all this woke nonsense. That you become nice to the kids, but ever since you turned heel, you've been silent for the most part. And that was proven that last year, fans were more into my journey, more so than you getting on your journey to becoming the WWE Champion. Yes, kids may buy you merch just to wear it at a WWE show, or just to get a meeting with you. Well, they did the same thing to me when I was popular, while you were hated. Because of your super scene and nonsense. And he goes, what do you think is going to happen when you lose that title? Because you're heading back to Hollywood. Or you're probably going back to where you were before that heel turn. And because since you want to say that you want to ruin wrestling, well, I will do the wrestling industry a favor by beating you, saving wrestling, and this world would be in a better place without your tactics about wanting to ruin wrestling. And that comeback symbol end, you will be looking at me as World Heavyweight Champion once again. How dare you? How dare you insult me by thinking that you draw more merch than me, and that people believe you're a draw while I can't draw a dime, and people being on your side more so than my side, and me thinking that because of my Super Cena nonsense, that's why fans turned on me. and I had a negative reception over the past few years when I was the polarizing figure here in WWE. Congratulations, CM Punk. You have insulted me. And because you could taught the fans to believe that you are walking out of Basher Berlin as World Heavyweight Champion, when in reality, you are not walking out. You can try all you want. You can think about what strategy you had back when you wrestled Brock Lesnar at the 2K23 SummerSlam event to become the World Heavyweight Champion. And what you had when you were fighting guys like Styles, Cross, Claudio, hell, list goes on and on. Hell, LA Knight, when you wrestled him twice in the one-on-one match at Survivor Series and in the triple threat at Day 1 Raw. Well, that was that same category you had with AJ Styles when you wrestled him in your first title defense on the Raw after SummerSlam, and then you defended it against him in the triple threat at Day 1. Well, what I was doing back then, I was in the WWE title seed. I was put into the Bloodline Vortex because Reigns kept clamoring he's the real tribal chief after he destroyed his cousin, Jey Uso, and manipulated his brother, Jimmy, to turn on him just to earn the title, to call himself the real tribal chief, and me failing in chances to beat Cody Rhodes. Well, you were on top while I was having hard times getting to the top of the mountain. And that of course applied to you this year when you were struggling to get your title back while I was on my way towards becoming World Heavyweight Champion. And of course all this led to you is you having to put your career on SmackDown on the line where you would lose to Seth Rollins and get traded to Raw. And of course, let's be fair when I say this, you're nothing but a cancer to the locker room, whether that was when you were there years ago or when you were not there years ago, because you are Phil Brooks, because you are nothing but a woke agenda supporter. And because the only reason why the fans are on your side is because they want to see you in a big spotlight compared to what you were doing your first time here in WWE. And then you took time off, only for you to come back and be in the spotlight that you are in right now. Well, I mean, let's face it, Cena. Then how about you take the balls and go to Hollywood? Because you're killing it in Hollywood. Without WWE, there is no Hollywood. And without the WWE Universe, there is no WWE. No matter which way you want to add up, no matter what kind of math you apply, these fans are the biggest reason that they are standing here today in this ring with me. In all the matches we had, I beat him in the rematch on SmackDown. I beat him at Night of Champions. I beat him in the King of the Ring tournament. I even beat him inside Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood. You can say that you've beaten Roman all you want, but of course, let's face it, that's also a memory we can all take a trip and look back on, and that is this: you beating Roman Reigns when he was the final participant in the 2022 AK2K20 Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship. That was it on AJ Styles at that time. Yes, that same chamber event, I competed with Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Braun Breaker in the Universal Championship Elimination Chamber match when I was on the quest to becoming the Universal Championship. But that didn't happen. I mean, I think that you won together. I was wrong. We didn't win anything. I did. I have never needed a single one of these people that they will chant in the same breath: let's go Cena, Cena sucks. Let's go Cena, Cena sucks. The woman Cena's repraising what the crowd thinks of him anytime they say that. I just called it out of rando. And he turned pale white, and imagine being told you suck for the past few years that you've been in the business. Because let's face it, you've been in this business for 19 years. 19 years. Since you've been in this business. Because you would be on ECW, you would win Money in the Bank, and then of course you would become World Heavyweight Champion numerous times. You are just like all of them. You are all nothing but hypocrites. Because once you get tired of me, you could put your energy into any WWE superstar that you cheer for, whether it would be in WWE, TNA, AEW, or any other promotion, New Japan Pro Wrestling, any promotion on any wrestlers that you want to cheer for. But if the Wolves are robust, and I put my energy into anything other than this, I'm an outcast. I'm a guest. That's why this is dysfunctional. That's why this doesn't work anymore. That is not functional relationship. That is manipulation. You are simply manipulating the truth to make yourself feel good that you have done nothing with your life for the amount of time you've all been alive. The only thing that the man right there has done is dressing up in a shirt that has his favorite wrestler, Sami Zayn. He's God knows how many years old. And all he does is, let's go Sami. And because he was on Sami's side, while I was being criticized, I was labeled as outcast, a guest, for simply trying to do something different. You know what? I was stupid. To come out here and think for 1 second that in this weird, bizarre world where I'm a good guy while you are the bad guy, that you would somehow listen to what I'm saying, but the words that are coming out of my mouth is just not clicking with you, John, because you're just too shy to admit to the truth. Sami Zayn, whenever he comes out, everyone gets excited to see Sami Zayn. When Words Apart hits, because everyone gets along together, saying whoa, 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 whoa. Because we're talking about everyone's favorite wrestlers or underrated wrestling. And I mean, let's face it, if you want to ruin wrestling, huh? Wrestling has given me everything. Ever since I came into the business many years ago, wrestling has provided to me. Wrestling will provide for me, my children, my loved ones, my fiance, until I'm put 6 feet in the ground. Ruin wrestling? You're not going to ruin wrestling. I will not let you ruin wrestling over my dead body. Shut your godforsaken mouth! You just don't understand, do you? I'll explain it to you. I am a multiple-time world champion, okay? Because the last time you held the world championship was when you won it back at Survivor Series in November. That night I was inside War Games, battling The Rock's bloodline, while you beat Cody Rhodes to end his year-long title reign. And then you dropped it to Orton at Backlash. Well, the last time I held the World Championship prior to what's going on right now was when I won the Elimination Chamber at the 2K20 Elimination Chamber event, and then I lost my title in the Triple Threat that I had Bobby Lashley and Randy Orton in it at Money in the Bank. But after I take this home with me, you are forever frozen at Survivor Series being the last time you won a World Championship. Yes, there will be another show. You will have other matches. They will create some paper title and decide a champion. And if you are so lucky to ever get your hands on it, your counter starts over at 1. You liberal douchebag. What I'm trying to do, CM Punk, is when I leave, when my time is up, make sure these generations of your family is erased and being filed into the forgotten bin. When it will all be faded away and will be dead and gone. You say you're the last real champion, huh? Alright, let's prove it here right now. I mean, it's already been confirmed coming out of last week when I gave your ass a GTS that I will be getting my World Heavyweight Championship match against you at Bash in Berlin. Matter of fact, we don't need to wait till September 6th. Put that title on the line right now. Fight me right here, right now. Come on, let's do this in Houston, Texas. As CM Punk is clamoring, he is wanting Bash in Berlin to come very early. Because is he gonna get it here tonight? How dare you say that to me? After everything we've been through, how dare you say that to me? I see that. How dare you? That's what is he gonna say? No. No. And just like so many times over these past couple of years, I'm doing it to save your legacy and to save your ass. There should be a match. CM Punk versus John Cena for the World Heavyweight Championship. But it's not going to happen here tonight as we're still going forth with the selected date that my boss, Adam Pearce, put together. And it's going to take place at Bash in Berlin on September 6th. And because, get ready, because you're going to be in for a fight of a lifetime come September 6th at Bash in Berlin. And I will make sure you bring your best version of yourself while I bring in my best version of myself. Because after Bash in Berlin, when you fail, you're going back to the CM Punk that was in undercard feuds before he rose himself to the World Heavyweight Championship material in 2023. Good luck, CM Punk. The last real champion. This is what the last real champion is going to look like. And this is as close to this championship you are going to be. And this is what that's going to, because this is as far as you can get. Oh, CM must have closed on. Oh, CM Punk for the second week in a row. This doesn't end well. GTS connects. Deja vu to what happened last week as CM Punk stands tall over John Cena. Could this be the sign of what's to come at Bash in Berlin? We're going to have to wait and see as CM Punk stands tall over John Cena. Ladies and gentlemen, good night everybody as CM Punk stands tall against John Cena.